What's up, guys? This is Christopher here with another video review, and today we're reviewing Transformers Generations Titan Class Metroplex. And this is what they are saying the tallest Transformer to be ever scaled. And most people are saying that Fortress Maximus still wins. And I have to agree with them. It does kind of work, because Metroplex here is pretty light. Fortress Maximus is pretty strong in height. Do I love this figure? Yes, it's cool. It really screams Metroplex. But it doesn't really... It's just really skinny if you look at it. I mean, it looks cool, but you can't see the whole body. I don't know if you can see it. Metroplex is really tall. I don't know if you could see it or not, but still... He's cool. He's fine. For articulation of his hands, can rotate. If you hold it all the way down, you can rotate a full 360 degrees. His ball joint is really tight. It has really tight ratchet joints. That's one of the things I don't like about the figure. It does not. It has really tight ratchet joints, unlike the Fortress Maximus figure, when the joints are just a little hard. But still a great figure. It does have lights and sounds. I'm not going to review all the sounds, that's just a few of them. But still a really cool figure. You also get a sticker sheet. I didn't apply all of them because I did not like how it looks. So I only applied like 2 stickers right here and a few in the vehicle mode, which I will show in a few minutes. But overall, a great figure. You also get, when it comes with it, if I can get the little guy out. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Give me a tight second here. There we go. So sorry for that. What you also get with the figure is Scamper. Scamper, this little guy. We're gonna go down here for just a second. This is Scamper. And you still can't see it. There you go. Like I said, Scamper's pretty small. He is a Legends figure, and I have to say, this is probably my favorite of all the Legends figures. I am not the Legends fan. I am not a Legends fan, but Scamper here really scales right. Like the G1 Scamper, I don't know about that one. That one looked pretty pathetic, but this one's great. It does come with a little blaster. I usually hook it up on the back, but if you want, you can hook it up to his arm here. He does have some posability. You can get them all, like, you know, attack mode or something. But that's not how I like my figure. I just like it standing still and having it right here. The transformer, it's pretty simple. All you really do is flip this up. Flip these little parts down. And you will tap his hands on these little joints right here. Pop it in. Mine's not cooperating. There we go. Until you hear the click. And there you go. There's Scamper's, what they're calling a vehicle mode. And I don't know how to talk about his vehicle mode that much. There it is. One more tap. There you go. Overall, it's really good. Doesn't roll that good, but still a great looking vehicle mode. I applied a sticker to the Autobot symbol. You must do that. That's pretty good. I would totally recommend this thing. Really good. So that's it for Scamper. So let's move right along here. Let's get down to Metroplex's transformation. So I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. So for this guy, it's pretty big. So what you're gonna do first, we're gonna get him to vehicle mode first. So first of all, you're gonna have to flip his head all the way down.
Metroplex heeds the call of the last prime.
Too hard to get that sound. Then you have to flip his arms to reveal the guns. And the flip in the back. I'm gonna turn around so you can see. You could have to flip his arms right here. You have to flip the thumb, the whole thing down. There you go. And then you do the same thing on the other side. And there you go. And then once you do that, this is where things get tricky. You're gonna have to bring this whole thing down. I mean literally down. Push this thing down. You're gonna have to make sure that everything goes into place. And I'm gonna have to get the camera down because it's smaller. There you go. And once you have done that, you're gonna have to flip these giant things. You're gonna have to flip these parts out. Oh, do the same thing to the other side. Then you're gonna take these parts right here and flip them all the way back to make it nice and sturdy. Same thing on the other side. Connect these two parts together. So you hear the click. And there you have Metroplex in his so-called vehicle mode. I'm going to put it on the front side. And as you can see, it looks really cool. I really like it. It looks pretty decent. You could also take this part out. But I don't like that. That looks pretty pathetic, so I just usually put it back in here. It does scale good with Legends figures. It does look pretty cool. You could just like slide it off here or something. Pretty cool. The whole thing rolls really well. It does roll really good, even for a Titan class figure. There's nothing really else you can do in vehicle mode, really. It's mostly for any kids who are trying to get this thing. I don't think you would love it. I'm just gonna say it right now, because this toy is pretty much for a collector. It's mostly for us collectors. If you are like me and you collect a bunch of vintage G1s and stuff, you will really like this. But if you're a kid, you will not like this. This is too much of a complex transformation for little kids. But still, a really cool vehicle mode for us collectors. If you want to be a kid, you would probably have to buy the Fortress Maximus figure. That's my perspective. So that's it for vehicle mode, I guess. So let's get on the city mode. Yes, he has a city mode. So first, what you're gonna do, you're gonna separate these legs, separate them all till they're like this, and then you're gonna flip his legs over on really tight ratchet joints. You're gonna flip these things out. You're gonna pop this thing over. You know, I don't know if you can zoom, but you're gonna take this little black piece right here, flip it down. This thing right here, flip it up. Then you're gonna then you're gonna do the next thing to the other. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and you're gonna flip these joints down. They are really tight joints. You're gonna flip the same thing, same as the first. You're gonna open this one, which mine is pretty hard to open. There we go. Then you're gonna flip that thing down. Same thing as the first deal. It's the same thing, people. Same thing. You're gonna separate your legs, like I just said. Then you're gonna make sure. Then you're gonna make sure that this part right here is scaled perfectly. Mine is not perfect, but I'm gonna go for this one. Then you're gonna take this arm and push it backwards to make it look cooler. And then you're gonna flip this piece out. And this is how I like my city mode. I'm gonna flip these pieces out. And there you have Metroplex in his city mode, and it's a really easy transformation. It looks really cool. I love the city mode. This is probably my favorite of all the transformations. This is a really cool looking city mode. it looks really decent. The only thing I don't like is this back piece. This thing does not look good when you put it with it. Again, there's no playability. You can put them on the little legends things right here, or you can, like, you know, play it on these little things, but they don't really tighten there anyway, so it's not really as fun to play with them. Overall a great looking city mode. I know you could take this piece out, but mine's pretty loose, so I'm not gonna do that. I am not gonna do that. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I think that's pretty much it for city mode. Oh, and before I forget, this is also a helipad, and you can flip this cannon back if you don't love it. That's how I do it. I think that's pretty much it. So let's get them back to robot mode. So first you're gonna take these. You're gonna take these black pieces. I'm gonna zoom in. You're gonna take these black pieces, flip them up, go down. Then you're gonna take this whole piece right here, flip it back, and then you're gonna take this giant piece right here, make sure it's on the right, and make sure it plugs into the holes. And apparently mine is on a really stiff joint. See, this is really hard. This is a pretty hard transformation. There we go. Pretty hard. And you flip the entire thing around. And notice that it's going back to its battle station mode. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side, except this one's more easier. Yeah, let's just finish this. There, and you're going to flip it up. You're going to put these guys together. And then when you take this part right here, you're going to flip these little red pieces down. Shove it up. Shove his helipad up. And that's really hard. You're going to flip this little arm piece up. You're going to put it there. Connect his arm. Flip it down. Then you have him back to his battle station mode, and then you're going to do this part, which is really simple. You're going to flip these pieces up. Then you're going to flip these pieces up. And then you have his legs. And then you're going to flip this whole thing up, which gets a little stiff on mine. And there you go. This is a little complex, and then you're going to flip this up, flip his arms down, make sure his arms look good enough, and I have to put the camera up a little bit. Same thing with the other side. And last but not least, you flip his head up, and there you go. There you have Metroplex back in his robot mode. And again, now in my videos, I'm just going to do a little brief review on how I like the toy. The toy, I like the toy. It looks really good. It looks pretty decent. It does not look the best toy in the world. I don't know how Hasbro was able to make this toy. Like, I don't know how they're making this toy up for insane prices. This thing is going on Amazon for like $150. That doesn't seem reasonable, because this thing is pretty easy to transform, and this is, again, I don't feel like this is the tallest transformer in the world, but Hasbro says so. It is tall at the head, but when you measure it in mass-wise, Fortress Maximus still wins. Overall, though, a great-looking figure. Oh, and before I forget, you could take Scamper here. Let me just transform him. Let me transform back to car mode. I mean, to vehicle mode. You just do that. Pretty easy. You could take him up here where the cannon is. You could flip his arms out, shove him in there, and there you have him operating the cannon. another cool feature. Again, not the best figure in the world, but still, it's really cool. I really would recommend collectors taking this. If you're a collector, you have to have this in your collection, because this is something worth your money getting if you're a collector. But if you're a kid, I would really make this as a pass if you're a kid, because it is not playable. This is a collector's item. It does not work for kids. This is mostly just for us collectors. If anyone's interested of picking this guy up, I would totally recommend it. But if you're a kid, again, I would probably make this as a pass, even for the insane price it's going for. I'm lucky enough to find this I was lucky to find this at Costco. They were selling it for like 90 bucks, which I thought was a really reasonable price for how it works. And it's like I said, I totally recommend buying it. As always, if you like this video, press the like button. Follow me on Gmail. And as always, subscribe. This has been Christopher Beauchamp. I'll be back with a Toy Fair description on how I like the Age of Extinction toys. I'll see you next time. Peace.